Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about a tribe in the Philippines which is called the Kalinga tribe. Tribal background. Kalinga is an indigenous ethnic group inhabiting the rugged terrain of the Cordillera region of northern Luzon in the Philippines. As of 2020, the tribe's population numbered 229,570 people. Kalinga is the language that is spoken in the tribe. Most of the tribal groups in the country are animists, believing in many gods and spirits who control life situations and circumstances. They believe that these deities have human emotions and must be appeased by means of sacrifice and worship. These gods are believed to exist in both living and inanimate objects. Most of the tribe's population practice anitism. This is often performed by a specific old woman in a certain tribe, and they are believed as guided by the Holy Spirit when they conduct the anito. When anito is conducted, the old woman is like possessed by a spirit which makes them see your future or anything that you wanted to ask them, more likely a fortune teller. Tribal clothing. The typical clothing for men is called bahag. Bahag is a long woven material which its main purpose is to cover the man's private parts. It is secured firmly from the waist so that it won't fall off and keep the male organs covered safely. Traditionally, upper clothes are not common in Kalinga men, as tattoos are commonly decorated on the upper exposed portion of the body. As for the women, their typical clothing is called kain. Kain is made of a large rectangular woven material which is worn just like a skirt. Back in the day, women also had no upper clothing, but due to influence of the time, the blouses are worn by the Kalinga women now. The women also have tattoos that are commonly inked from the arms going to their shoulders. They also use colorful ornaments such as necklaces, earrings, and bracelets, which are typically seen on important festive days. The Kalinga tribe is recognized as the peacocks of the north, obviously because of their attention-grabbing dressing appearances. Tribal livelihood. The main source of income of the Kalinga tribe is agriculture, of which planting rice and growing coffee beans are the main sources of crops. They also do weaving, especially the women. Tribal festivals. The tribes in Cordillera region are home to colorful festivals and events, and these are three of the festivals observed in Kalinga. The first festival is called the Ulalim Festival. Ulalim Festival is a tourism and industry promotional event for 3 days, from February 13 to 16, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the people and their bountiful natural resources. A cultural festival showcasing the life and culture of the Kalinga through sports, crafts, including indigenous food. The second festival is called the Matagoan Festival. Matagoan Festival celebrates the warm and peaceful relationship between and among the different tribes that reside in Tabuk. The festival highlights the indigenous practices, arts, and dances of the different sub-tribes. It is celebrated on the 16th of June every year. The third festival is called the Unoy Festival. Unoy Festival is held in thanksgiving to an abundant harvest of the Unoy rice and other agricultural products of the people of Tingalayan, a municipality of Kalinga. It also aims to promote Unoy rice as Kalinga's most sought-after agricultural product. Tribal food. Aside from being known for its rich culture and farming on hillside terraces, Kalinga is also home to gastronomic cuisine. Here are 3 foods that are usually found in the tribe. The first dish is called the binurgor, or Kalinga spicy vegetable stew. It is a mix of string beans, squash, bitter gourd, eggplant, young jackfruit, kidney beans, and bamboo shoots, all medium boiled in coconut milk. It is usually served as an appetizer with a dash of red chili. The second dish is called the pinikpikan, or bean chicken stew. Similar to a clear broth soup, the dish combines chicken with spices like ginger and pepper. The locals add chayote and rice wine to the mix for more flavor. This dish is served as a part of a cleansing ritual from the ancestors of the tribes. The third dish is a delicacy called inandila. Inandila is a native delicacy of Kalinga made of a pound of sticky rice, cocoa caramel, and crushed nuts left precipitated in coconut oil extraction. Tourist spots of Kalinga. Kalinga is also well known because of its nature's beauty that will leave every one of us in awe. Here are three of the most famous tourist spots in Kalinga. The first tourist destination is the Tumuyok Falls in Pasil, Kalinga. Tumuyok Falls measure around 30 feet high and cascades to a wide and very deep pool. Its waters are icy cold and crystal clear. The pristine waters also host endemic marine species such as spallfish, eels, and crabs. The second tourist destination is the Buaya Caves in Balbalan, Kalinga. Buaya Caves feature various stalactite and stalagmite rock formations. There are beautiful chambers inside reminiscent of a cathedral's domes and spires. There are also waterfalls. In some parts of the cave, you would feel like you are in the Golden Chamber. The third tourist destination is the Mount Matingoy, which is regarded as the Sleeping Beauty Mountain of Tingkalayan, Kalinga. Mount Matingoy depicts the shape of a lady lying on its back. Legend says that the mountain is the remnant of a woman who waited for her husband to return but in vain. Dense forests cover the mountains. These feed abundant creeks and brooks as well as cascading waterfalls. Tribal recognition. Filipinos are all familiar with Apo Wang-od. She is the last and oldest Batok artist of the largest ethnic group in Kalinga. Many people want to be marked by Apo Wang-od, not just the Filipinos but also the people from different countries. Going to where she is not just riding on a vehicle and then tada, you'll be there. It takes a lot of courage and strength to reach her place. Maybe you're asking why there are many people who are still going there despite that her place is very far where in fact they can get a tattoo in just a blink of an eye without exerting any effort. Maybe because Apo Wang-od is very significant, it is not just about how she does the tattoo. It is not just about because the one who will do your tattoo is the oldest or last Mamba Batok artist, but there is deeper meaning beyond that, and that is every tattoo has a meaning. You can search for articles and videos if you want to learn more about this unique method of tattooing. Tribal culture and practices. There are so many cultures and practices that still exist today and difficult to break down the beliefs despite the changes in the modern world. The old practices had been preserved and continued to pass on from one generation to another. One of those tribal practices is called babain, the act of showing respect to other people as a fellow human being. Another tribal practice is called ngilin. It involves compliance with certain rituals to protect oneself and the members of their family from illness or harm. And lastly, the tribal practice called the Paniyaw. The Kalinga people believe in a god called Kabunyan, who is the creator of all things and the master of life and death. Tribal products. Kalinga is recognized to be the home of these three distinctive products. The first one is pottery. Ceramic vessels of Kalinga are divided into three types: rice cooking or itiom, vegetable or meat cooking or opaya, and water storage or imoso pots. The second one is the Kalinga coffee beans. Kalinga coffee is purely made from Robusta beans. It is a popular blend as it is produced organically, making it among the favorites of coffee lovers locally and abroad. And lastly, weaving. The most usual items produced are sashes, skirts, capes, loincloths, headbands, blouses, blankets, underskirts, pouches, and bags. Kalinga weaving was discovered way back in the 18th century. So that were the basic details about a group of people inhabiting the rugged terrain of the Cordillera region of northern Philippines, which is called the Kalinga tribe. This is Jabez Quintejero thanking you for listening.